I don't know. Y'all can't feel death. All right, guys, I am here sitting down and I am feeling, I don't like how I'm feeling, the atmosphere. I don't like, can I have that? I want this thing. I need some more, a drink. Plug in that there for me. I don't like how I am feeling. There's a darkness in the atmosphere that I don't think people are prepared for this. I believe, I am going to speak just like I spoke before the volcano erupted in St. Vincent. Now, I don't like how I'm feeling here. I think we are ready to have an eruption. This is the video I did a couple of months ago. Let me see. 3 Caribbean islands will be swallowed up by water. Now, when I talk about 3 Caribbean islands swallowed up by water, that has not happened. And I think we did a video of this, right, Maria? 3 Caribbean islands will be totally swallowed up by water. In my night vision, I saw a news reporter from the U.S. And the news reporter said 3 Caribbean islands have been swallowed up by water. Those 3 Caribbean islands that were swallowed up by water, one, I believe, was Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, and I believe the other island was Grenada. That's the first time I'm mentioning the islands, right? Those islands. All right, how accurate this could be. All right, so this is a YouTube video. You can check this YouTube video where I mention exactly where the volcano is going to take place. All right, the volcano is going to begin in Grenada and is going to literally spark up the rest of the volcanoes in the Caribbean. If you look at this video very well, I was featured in the St. Vincent Times. I think these were the 3 islands. Those islands were swallowed up by water. My God, there was no place. There was no place. The island was completely underwater. I also saw Barbados covered underwater. I also saw Barbados covered underwater. In my night vision, as the Lord took me to the north side of Barbados, the north side of Barbados, God had me standing up. While I was standing up, I saw the ocean from the north side of the island literally came up. A tsunami came up and swallowed the north side of Barbados. And as I saw the north side, I saw children. This was one of the worst visions I have ever had. I saw children holding on chairs, children crying out to me to help them. But I could not help them. I could not help those children. As I saw the water coming up to the north side of the island, I saw hundreds of children literally holding on to debris, but majority of them were drowned. As I watched, I stood there and I watched, and I saw children being drowned. I I saw the aftermath of the tsunami that came. I saw there was no more airport in Barbados. There was no more airport. And as I look, it looks like, I'm not sure if I was dead, but I was looking from the heavens, looking down over the country. And everything in Barbados was gone. Everything was gone. There was no more airport. There was no more food stores. There was nothing left. There was so much dead. In the dream, the Lord gave me the number of the dead. The number of the dead was 20,000. The number of the dead was 20,000. I had the privilege to see the aftermath. And it was not only tsunami, but tornadoes had hit the southern part, the south part of St. Lucia. Let me say this to you. I also saw the island of Grenada. I saw water covering Grenada. St. Vincent and the Grenadines had one of the biggest earthquakes. Jamaica. This earthquake that is going to take place in Jamaica will be the biggest one ever. The biggest earthquake to ever hit the Caribbean. It's going to be a 9.2, 9.6, 9. It's going to be one of the biggest earthquakes to ever hit the Caribbean. I want to warn people, and I have been warning you for 10 years. I have been warning this nation for 10 years. There is not one Caribbean island that will not be under the wrath of God. There is not one that will not be under the wrath of God. You have to be ready for what is to come. You have to prepare yourself.
All right, so this is a prophecy that I gave. I'm telling you exactly what is going to take place. And I am telling you, we are closer. We are right there, my friends. I am feeling the same thing that I felt before the volcano in St. Vincent erupt. No Caribbean islands will be able to help each other. I'm feeling the same way. Outside, if I go outside right now in Barbados, it is very dark. From where I am, you can feel like the Lord is about to bring the judgment of God on the Caribbean. You know, too many of us think that we can do as we like. But I'm telling you what I saw in my dreams. Lord Jesus, I don't think that I want to see that. But I am telling you that you need to brace for one of the biggest earthquakes that is about to hit the Caribbean. There isn't anything that I have said that have not come to pass. And I believe, will there be election? I don't know whether God is going to hit them before election. We don't know. But I believe that the Lord is going to hit the Caribbean so hard that there will be no place to recover. When I saw this tsunami, the tsunami came at night. It came at night. I believe that during the week, we've been seeing how hot it has been. It has been so hot that I could not, I had to have the AC on in the house. So I am asking you, we don't know when it's going to happen unless the Lord tells me in a dream, like he told me before the one in St. Vincent happened. But I believe that we are, I believe you need to be ready for what is to come. I believe that if you are not ready, you're going to be caught up. But I'm telling you, before something like this happen, I can feel it in my gut, in the depths of my belly. I can feel this. And I am having the same feeling that I had before that volcano erupt in St. Vincent. Barbados is sad. There is a sadness over this country right now. If I go outside to show you the outside, right now you will see that there is a sadness over the country. Now, all right, there's a real sadness over the country right now. I'm going to see if I can do another video to show you the sadness in the sky. But I believe that while you are asleep, the tsunami is going to roll in. This volcano is going to erupt. And I believe there is no Caribbean island that will help them, will be able to help themselves. You got to wake up. You got to wake up. You got to do what God have asked you to do, because you may lose your family, your children in this tsunami that is about to happen. Now, the water I saw was 1,000 feet high. Jamie, imagine that. Where I have my business there in thing, it had covered that business. It was 1,000. The water rose 1,000 feet high. There was no room. I'm telling you, this thing as it came, it destroyed everything in its path. Now, many of you know that Barbados is very flat. This water rich where I live here. More, you've seen that dream, right? The water rich where I live right here. The water rich, it left there and it went all in the Pine St. Michael. The Pine St. Michael, all the surrounding areas. Now, Valine Jones is saying true. Outside is very gloomy. Now, I'm going to do another video showing you how outside of Barbados look right now where I am. There's a darkness hovering actually over Barbados right now. So I am trying to say to you, if you have to go, I don't know if your food is going to hold up, but I know that you all think I'm an idiot. You remember when I was talking to St. Vincent, Maria, people were cursing me. Yeah. And within minutes, the next morning, while people were cursing me, Jeremy, the thing blew. I wake up the morning and tell them it's going to blow now. I am telling you, we don't have much time for this volcano. Okay, someone is saying, somebody's saying, well, there is a darkness that is hovering those countries. But the thing about it, people get upset when you tell them, okay, that is true. So there's a darkness over Barbados, and I believe that God is very angry with this country and the rest of the Caribbean. I mean, after COVID, after COVID, you mean to tell me you poisoned the people? Imagine that, Maria. You poisoned the people's blood. And then you start to have laws to put them in prison. Not only that, St. Vincent was the worst, where they tried to remove the people from their jobs that refused to take. And I don't understand how the people of St. Vincent really think that God is going to continue to allow this. Ralph Gonzalez is no different to me, Motley. All right? But God is going to show his power. How can you poison the people? You poison the people's blood. And then you pass harsh measures to put the people in jail. Well, God is going to put an end to this. And I don't think much politicians will be alive. I don't think much politicians will be alive. I think it is time for us to get ready. I think it is time for us to understand what God is saying in this season. You doing cacao? Do one for me. Hot one. I don't think that, but I know if you can't put things in place like food stuff, I don't know how it's going to last. But I'm telling you, this is about to happen. I feel no different than the one in St. Vincent. This is about to happen. And you need to be ready. I am going to play back every prophecy I have given you over the years, warning you about what is to come. All right? Y'all don't like the truth. Neither y'all don't like to hear God speaking. Y'all don't like the truth. Christians like people telling them that they're going to get a big house, they're going to get a big car. Y'all don't like. And when it comes to disaster, y'all think that God is going to continue to allow y'all to do what y'all are doing. Backbiting. He's going to allow you. He's not going to allow you to continue to do what you're doing. The fear of God. All right. Somebody says there's a darkness over St. Kitts. Tell me where around the Caribbean you are seeing this darkness. All right. Somebody says where in the Caribbean you are seeing this darkness. All right. Somebody remember when you told us in Grenada situation will happen in Grenada and some of those laugh. Well, I don't care whether they laugh. I know I'm a prophet of God and I am not one that was bought. I'm one that was called and chosen by God. I really care about that. The fact is, the Lord is calling and the Lord is saying, I want you to change. Now, this tsunami is going to happen in the night hour. When I saw the tsunami that took place in Grenada, it was around 7 o'clock. St. Lucia is the same. Where in the Caribbean you are seeing a darkness over the land? Are you seeing a darkness over the land that you are in right now? All right, somebody says check your WhatsApp message. I sent you. Somebody sent me something yesterday. WhatsApp. Did somebody send me something on WhatsApp? The last name is Todd. All right, St. Vincent, Trinidad. Somebody said Trinidad, there's a darkness. All right. All right. So there's a darkness over St. Lucia. All right. Let me see on WhatsApp. All right, guys. So I am asking you, those of you who needs to get kerosene oil, I don't know how you're going to keep it. But what is about to happen is going to be devastating. It's going to destroy. The water is going to destroy a lot of things in its path. All right? And you need to be ready. Not in Anguilla. We have clear skies. All right. Somebody says in Anguilla, they have clear skies. Anguilla is going to be touched too. Can you please send this on? If you send something, please send it on Messenger. Let me see what you sent on Messenger. All right. As I go on throughout the day, I will let you know what I hear from the Lord. Okay. Somebody says there is an uneasy feeling here in the skies. U.S. Virgin Island. All right, so there is a volcano that is, what's the name of the volcano that is underground volcano in the U.S. Virgin Island? Can you tell me the name of that? Okay, St. Kitts has clear skies. All right, guys. So I want you to be ready. Cover your children under the blood of the Lord. Do whatever you have to do to keep yourself intact for what is about clear skies in BVI. This volcano is going to be something else. So you got to be ready for what God is about to do. The spirit of Leviathan has taken over the Caribbean. Too much evil, corruption, and the heart of men are taking God grace. That is so true. That is so true. All right, so during the day, I will come back on again. I will come back on again. But I want to let you know that this is soon going to erupt. Don't say I didn't tell you. Didn't I tell you that the Lord is going to show up in this? What's the name of that thing Mia Motley just had there? I told you that God was going to show up in Carifesta. He did show up. He showed up and said, I have a disapproval of what you're doing. Okay, St. Martin, cloudy, but hot. Okay. All right, guys, I'm looking forward to see you on, but I want you to be ready. Get your heart ready. Get your mind ready, because that will be devastating. It will be devastating. The Lord has been speaking to us for years, and we would not listen. All right? I wish you well in the countries that you are in, but this is the time for the Caribbean. The Caribbean is about to be shaken. Okay? God bless you, and I'll come back on very soon. God bless you.